Everybody to Music in the Cut, episode 8. We have Christian, we have Drew, and we have Francisco here. Singer, guitarist, producer. Okay. Yeah. Boss mixes your stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Shout out Boss. He makes all our stuff.
Mixed by
Okay,
Boss.
good. Well, thank you guys for being here. Definitely enjoyed your guys' performance. You have a very beautiful voice.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and you are very good at what you do as well.
Appreciate.
And you produced it, so I guess it's you do very well at what you do too. Well, good. I always like to kind of start off the interview by asking a deep question. We kind of already were talking to like. You kind of got to feel. But anyways, I like to ask, who are you? But when I ask that question, I ask artistically, characteristically, and spiritually. So I'm going to do it a little different because we have a couple here on this show. And so I'm going to ask you, how is Drew artistically, characteristically,
Oh my gosh.
And spiritually?
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
no.
Okay, and then you're gonna let her know if it. Yeah, that's kind of right. Yeah, that's kind of.
She
right.
probably knows better than me, so.
Okay.
Oh, I do? Oh my gosh.
I'm not that
pressure.
self-analytical.
Let's start off by artistically. Who is Drew as an artist?
Artistically, I think he's just very passionate, like about music in general. And he is like, when he gets focused on something, he very much zones in on it. So he wants to like perfect things when he does it. Which is really, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what about characteristically? Who is Drew as his characteristics?
He's a little stubborn.
All right.
That's usually
All
how
right.
men are. That's it.
Oh, shit. You got to end on a good note.
He's a little goofy too.
Okay.
So, the balance.
All
There's a
right.
balance.
Good balance.
That's like a medium note.
Yeah,
Not
okay.
necessarily good,
I
but.
would agree with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And then spiritually.
We actually talked about this recently, and
We were preparing for that question.
we were.
Good.
He told me he is like a bird because he likes to be free, like a bird.
That's beautiful.
So
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
So Drew.
That works.
Who is Christian as an artist, artistically?
I guess she's kind of the opposite, where she's a little more scatterbrained, like all over the place. Because Christian's like a painter, a singer, graphic designer,
The same
and
way.
she just like starts
the
like a million projects. But it kind of works out because like I help hone her in. I mean, we all do like
Yeah.
with this project.
definitely.
Okay.
So
Francisco too.
yeah,
Okay.
Keeps me focused.
yeah, it's just been really nice working with you guys.
Yeah. And then
Pumping out songs.
what about characteristically? Who is Drew?
Or Christian.
Christian.
Yeah. It's all good. Characteristically, she's like a feeler and lover.
Aw, sweet. Thanks.
I don't know. Yeah, like you were saying earlier, you
Feel
take
the
on.
love energy.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's really intuitive about like feeling people's energy and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so spiritually, last one.
I don't know anything about spiritual stuff, but
I guess you kind of said though intuitive. That's kind of
yeah,
spiritual.
yeah. I guess it all kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, you said your spirit animal is a hawk,
Mhm.
so
Do you
Yeah.
believe that?
I don't I don't disbelieve it.
Okay.
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
It
So
could be.
I'm gonna ask you two together.
Okay.
Who is Francisco?
man.
Artistically.
He's an EDM guy.
That's true.
That's what he specializes
Yeah.
in.
But he's very versatile artistically. Like we've been working on so many different tracks that are all very different from each other and like different genres and almost like
Mhm.
just kind of really playing like on the lines of genres. So I think he's very versatile, which is cool.
Yeah, the one thing that I always tell people when they ask, like, what kind of genre are you guys making? And I'm just like, yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing it all. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Every project that we come out with, it's just something different. I mean, it's like I said, we mix all these kind of elements together, but it's hard to just like pin down on what exactly we are.
Okay.
It's,
Chill pop.
but I mean, we
We're
we,
gonna get into
we,
that
we
question.
want to
Don't
be
answer that yet.
we
Don't
want
answer
to
that
be we want to be chill pop, but I feel like we're doing something different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. we'll get into that. So let's finish this. Okay, so what about characteristically? Who is Francisco? How is Francisco? How is his characteristics?
Social animal.
Okay.
Social animal. A night owl. Let's say that. Yeah, he's a night owl. He's like a creative person. Like a lot of creative people, I feel like are late night people.
Yeah.
But he has a day job, so I think sometimes it gets him. But he likes to stay up late and work. That's when his musical creativity is flowing, I think.
So never sleep, hard worker. You are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Kind of.
No, he is. He is. Don't let him fool you.
Okay, good. Well, thank you guys for answering.
Let's go on the resume.
Sometimes people get stumped and they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, come on. But
I mean, we spent enough time together. We should know a thing or two about each other.
Okay. So you hit their main producer. Is that all? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just so the audience or people, viewers can get a feel like you guys play the music, do the music, and then he makes sure you guys are all kind of like three together.
Yeah, he makes he puts the beat together and everything, and then Boz mixes it for us.
Okay.
Makes it sound all level and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, you guys are in a relationship. You guys are married.
We're gonna be married.
Engaged.
Not officially.
Okay. Yeah. Did you guys were you guys together first and then decided to create music, or did you guys come together as creators and then made that bond?
Yeah. We came together making music. Actually, the song we just performed, we all started working on together online, and then we met up in person, and it kind of formed from there.
Well, she came to me and was like, let's make a song, or she liked my guitar playing. And then I was like, I guess we could, but I really can't produce at all. I was like, I have a friend who's like an EDM producer. But and then Francisco was just able to like totally like mold into like what we were going for. Yeah. And it was really cool. Like I wasn't expecting it all to like gel so like seamlessly.
Cohesive,
because we all have such different backgrounds, I feel like, in music and what we were making, but then we came together and made something like really, really cool together.
Yeah. So you guys started then as artists first, and then you guys came together and made the song, and then you guys became romantically involved.
Yeah, and now we made a baby.
And I made a baby. And now we're engaged. Okay, that's perfect. That's a great love story. That's a really good love story. Well, good. And so let's get into then your genre of music, because at first, when you guys were brought to me, it was like an EDM group, but then when I listened to the song, I'm like, well, it's, I'm like, well,
it's really slow dance.
This is like, it's like soulful, but it's like, it's not, it's like a touch into soul, but it's like a touch into like you said, pop. And it's like, there's another genre that's kind of like just chill, like you said, like a chill mode. But what would you describe your genre as?
That was pretty good.
I think that
was good. Because really, your voice is very soulful. Like, so, like, I don't know. I would love to hear you sing, like, I don't know. I don't know why Aretha Franklin keeps coming in my mind. But
I love Aretha Franklin.
Something like so soulful. I could hear you singing.
We do
Billie
have.
Holiday. I love all of those.
She's really R&B influenced.
That R&B song. We're working on an R&B, like very, very heavy R&B song right now.
I would be so excited to hear that with a little bit of guitar.
Not yet.
We haven't recorded the guitar yet, but that's something.
But he just came up with this like awesome beat, and she already came up with a melody. But it's just starting to. Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear that for sure. Like I said, I could hear that in your voice already. So that was really cool. So I guess I explained their genre.
Thank you. Good job.
And so when you guys had started this, was it, or, the music and things, was it something we planned to go far and get big, or was it something that we just enjoy doing, and we kind of just want to enjoy the process? Or I mean, you can enjoy it either way, but you get what I'm saying. Are we trying to reach higher levels? Are we trying to tour the world, or are we trying to just enjoy
I think
what we do?
I think we would like to do bigger things, but I mean, we really do enjoy doing it together. And it's motivated us in like other projects and aspects in our life too, like in other musical endeavors that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Like Francisco makes
big room
Big room
and
house.
progressive house.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I feel like whenever we come together on weekly, it really pushes us to keep working towards making more music.
Okay.
But what do you
Yeah.
guys think?
I mean,
Just keep moving forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
yeah, in the beginning, I felt like, we just made the song and we all loved it, immediately fell in love with it after hearing the final mix. And
And we're talking about the song
Mixed
that was
by
just-
Voss.
yeah, the current one, Caress
Okay.
My Lungs. Yeah.
Caress my lungs. Caress my lungs.
And yeah, we loved it. And I remember Drew coming up to me just saying, "Hey, would you want to continue working with us?" And I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, this is something sick."
Yeah.
And yeah, we've been doing it for over a year now, and we're having fun every day. Like, yeah, we meet weekly, like Christian said, and I mean, we missed a few weeks here and there, but I mean, we all need rest.
See, and I feel like that's the hardest part is everyone
Meeting
staying,
up.
staying consistent, you know? And that's what we talked about before, where a lot of artists do come out and so much talent, you know, but it's like the lack of consistency or,
Right.
you know, people want things to happen now and don't want to work towards that progress. So I think you guys kind of answer that where you're kind of going with the flow and, you know, whatever happens kind of happens.
Yeah, consistency. I think that's like the biggest thing we're trying to keep up with. And
Yeah.
I think to be successful in music, especially right now, you do have to be consistent.
Right.
I mean, if that is something that your goal is, because like you said, everything's happening so fast and people want like something new every month. Otherwise you kind of don't become as relevant.
Right. And that's, I mean, and that's what anything creative, I feel like. I mean, even the show, even, you know what I mean? It's like you have to stay in people's radar. Because if you lack a week or two, it's like, okay, you know, and then you show back up, you don't have that same momentum. Do you get what I'm saying?
Or you don't get the same views even because of the way like all the algorithms are
Right.
now too.
Right.
They're like content.
AI.
Instagram? No.
Killing us.
Right. But
robots.
Right. So going back into a little bit of the genre, is there any artist that inspired your sound or inspired what you're looking to kind of, is there an artist you kind of look up to type of thing?
Well, I mean, we were talking earlier about like Aretha Franklin and stuff like that. Like I'm very inspired by like jazz artists, and I always have been. And I actually used to live in Kansas City, which is a lot of people don't know is a pretty jazz city.
Yeah.
Pretty big on jazz. But I mean, as far as like genres, I listen to so many. I came from the electronic music scene, live painting. So I listened to a lot of electronic music and then a lot of rap as well. I really liked the way that rap beats sound and like the sad girl music that was coming out because I kind of was a sad girl.
Yeah, we feel that. Oh, yeah, that's like the best genre of music. That's why I'm like, your song is really dope because it's like the meaning, like meaningful words. You know what I mean? And the words that really like hit you in your soul. I think that's why I listen to music. You know what I mean? It's to find an artist that can sing to my soul. And like you do that, like you did that. So I'm like, you know, I'm like, that's amazing. It's
that's really nice.
That's a good feeling for me too.
Yeah. But yeah, so good. So a little bit of rap, a little bit of jazz. What about you?
I guess, especially for this project, like my biggest influences have been like shoegaze type of music and like kind of like dreamy, like post-punk type of guitar playing. And that's kind of
lo-fi too.
Yeah, that's kind of like what got Christian interested, I guess. Just
any
like
particular artist?
Or like post-rock. I guess the band Nothing is like what got me into shoegaze.
Such a dream
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay.
Slow Crush is really cool. Me and Christian have been digging them a lot recently.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And
from Belgium.
What genre of music is that?
It's like shoegaze.
Okay.
They call it because the guitarists just stare at their pedals because they have so much like bullshit going on.
Okay.
It's like when the guitar is like 10 times
crazy.
louder than the vocals.
Okay.
And it's just like drown, almost drone.
Yeah. What about you?
So for me, I mean, I don't know. As far as the actual production goes, I feel like I do borrow a lot of elements from everything.
Sorry.
No,
you're okay.
But so like sometimes when I start off on a beat, it's very rap trap influenced, and then I start swapping out the sound selection. Like I'll use more natural sounding drums to better fit a guitar loop that Drew recorded and stuff like that. But as far as influences, I mean, I've always been influenced even from the beginning since I started making EDM music. I always listened to rap growing up, but some of like my favorite rap producers have always been Timbaland, Scott Storch, Swizz Beats. They've all been
Main hitters.
yeah, they've hit after hit
Absolutely,
from like early 2000. Like
absolutely.
my whole childhood was just
Yeah.
all these hits coming
Yeah.
out. And then as far as like EDM goes, I've always been into the subgenres that I make, and it's like Christian mentioned earlier, big room house and progressive house.
Right.
And I mean, some of these artists, I mean, some people might know them, some might not, but my biggest influence was a DJ producer named Hardwell.
Okay.
For a couple of years, like from 2013, 2014, he was like the number one DJ producer in the world. And I was really lucky to have seen him perform here in Phoenix at a festival called the Phoenix Lights Festival.
Yeah.
And that like hyped me up so much after seeing that. I was just like, I want to focus more on production, whatever it is. Like it just hyped me up.
Yeah.
It was so awesome seeing that.
Motivation.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah,
That's a good
dope.
answer.
Yeah, great answer. And so I don't know why I didn't ask this, but where are you from originally?
Well, I'm originally from Nebraska, and then when I was 16, I moved to Missouri, and I lived in Missouri until like almost 2 years or a year and a half now. Yeah, I've lived here in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So I'm still pretty new to
Yeah,
Arizona.
new. Do you
Yeah.
like it?
I do. I like not having winter.
Yeah.
Not I don't.
That's what all Arizonians like. The last couple of weeks we've had like Cali weather where it's been like cool, and like now we're about to hit though
the heat.
Yeah.
The heat. We're only gonna come out early in the morning and late
Yeah.
at night.
We used to work out in the heat, if you don't believe.
Oh, no.
Arizonians, okay.
That's badass.
And where are you from?
I'm originally from Illinois, but I grew up here since I was 5. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
Desert Vista.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Alatuki.
We need to get him out of here.
What?
DV, sheesh. What year did you graduate?
Okay. 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Aging me.
What about you? Where are you from?
So I'm actually from Sedona, Arizona.
Okay.
So I've been here my whole life.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get out here and there, but all these people just keep bringing me back.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going anywhere. I think I might just end up staying here forever.
Yeah. Okay. And what brought you to Arizona?
Well, I just wanted to change really.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandma lives in Tucson.
Mhm.
And so I was staying with her for a little while. And then I had friends I didn't even know lived here were like, you should just move in with us and stay here. And I was like, okay, why not?
Free spirit.
Yeah,
Here we
why
go.
not?
Right.
Try something new. So,
Have you always knew that you liked to sing?
oh yeah, since I
Okay.
was little.
So this has always been something you loved.
Yeah.
Okay. And when was the first time that you recognized that, oh, I can do this, I can sing? Like, was it something someone said, or?
Ever since I was really little, everyone always told me I had a really good voice. But I think that like the moment when I knew that like I was very talented, I had a teacher in middle school. I asked her if she would give me voice lessons, but I grew up like pretty poor, so I couldn't like pay for them. And she actually gave me them, but she told me not to tell anyone. So
Keep
But-
my secret.
sorry, well, I won't say her name, but and
No names, no names.
but
Secret
she
ties.
gave me lessons, and she told me she was my teacher from 7th grade up until I moved when I was 16, because she actually taught high school as well. And she told me when I was in 7th grade that I had the range of a college student, and just really believed in me. And
Yeah,
just to
that's
have
big.
like somebody who is trained and who you respect, like give you that
Right. Yeah.
feedback, makes
absolutely.
you really believe in
Yourself. Yeah. That's dope.
I mean, teachers like always have done that for me too. So I'm really lucky to have had a lot of great teachers.
Yes. A lot of support.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And then what about you? Have you always known that you were good at what you do with your guitar thing?
I guess thanks. But I've been interested in music, I guess, since I was like in elementary school. I started with piano, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, Guitar.
Or I mean, let
Like-
me ask this: have you always known that you wanted to play music? Has that always
Yeah.
been something you wanted to do?
Yeah, it has been like my number one interest, like throughout like primary school and afterwards.
Okay.
Like I never really did anything with it. Just like
Playing
I
around.
like learning songs and playing with them,
Mhm.
like and stuff like that. And
So
I
is
did
this-
that for the longest time. And then like just recently, I started like a few years ago, like playing with bands around town.
Okay.
And then
okay.
we started this project.
When I met him,
Okay.
he was in like 5 bands. I'm not
Oh,
even
okay.
exaggerating.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
they
just
were
like
fighting
took
over
on
you, Drew?
everything and just like I don't know. It was definitely like my main thing, just like music all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what about you? Have you always wanted to produce, or
So, yeah, I'm a little different from the beginning. Yeah, I never had any interest in producing. Stop. But for me, I don't think my interest in producing came until around like 2010. Around that time, my older cousin was going to college at ASU, and that was when like the EDM scene came into the U.S. mainstream. And he was showing me all these songs. And I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, how do you make this? And in high school, I had a friend who introduced me to the digital audio workstation called Ableton Live. And at the time, I'm like 14, 15. I can't afford this software. It's like $800.
Right.
So back in the day, like most of us did, maybe, I don't know, we just pirated all this software just to learn it. I paid for it now, so
Don't come get
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Just because it's harder to pirate.
yeah.
You're right.
Forget the ops.
But yeah, and then so I mean, I've been producing since 2000. I've been producing since 2010, but I'd say I've been taking it more like seriously the past 2-3 years, and but just looking back, like I mentioned, it wasn't until I saw that performance that really just sparked my interest.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
Was your moment.
That was, yeah, definitely.
moment.
Yeah.
Okay, good. And so I kind of want to get a little bit into a relationship talk. I'm going to do that because I have a couple here. So I want to know though, you guys met as artists first. Do you feel like you guys, now that you guys are a couple, make music better, or is there any kind of disputes, like,
The spicy stuff.
Yikes.
Come on,
I'm
we
not
want to know.
here.
We want other people to know, other artists. If you work with your man or woman, like, here's some tips. Like,
I think we're pretty the same, honestly.
Okay.
Like,
Same how?
I mean, I don't feel like we like argue more or something because of the
Oh
music.
no.
You know
Well,
what I mean?
it's basically been a thing from the beginning, so it's hard to like separate the music and the relationship. But
right.
I think we're so like different too that like we complement each other in it. Like the things that I'm lacking in, like I'm
He
just
picks
like,
up.
yeah, he picks up, and then the things, and sometimes I have to be like, hey, Drew, like with Fran or something. It's more like with
Yeah.
them. I'm
oh yeah, I bicker
Be
with him.
nice.
I don't bicker with her.
2 men
Yeah.
against 1 woman. Like, you gotta stand your ground.
Yeah. But I think that like overall we get along really well,
Yeah.
and I think that's why it's the music's working, and like why we're all of this stuff is
It's
working. The
working.
baby, and
Yeah,
we
yeah.
communicate really well. I
Yeah.
think that's the most important thing
It's
is
the biggest thing in relationships,
being-
for sure.
being open and like
It's like that like unspoken communication too. Like we all like all 3 of us like as musicians kind of just like know
Mesh.
what to do.
Yeah, like it doesn't have to be spoke about. It's like,
Yeah.
Right.
that's crazy. You
and we're
don't
all
find that a
kind
lot.
to each other. I think that's important too.
Yeah, I think also like listening to each other's input, like,
Yeah.
and not
Yes.
how, like, I don't like that. Like, no, you know what I mean? Like, okay, maybe we can try that. Like,
Yeah, who gets the
okay.
talking stick today?
Yeah. Yeah, doing music is like a relationship where you have to make those like
Yep,
compromises and yeah,
Okay,
it's always part of the deal.
good. And
but-
now you guys have a 4th member joining
Yeah,
the
New
team.
band member. That's actually how I announced it online. It's
Oh, really?
our new band member.
Do you feel like the pregnancy hormones make her different to work with? Or
she's an
pretty
angel
well?
all the time.
answer. He's got all the right answers.
Oh, man.
No.
What about you, Fran? Do you think they make me different?
If anything, you're just hungry all the time, and she wants ice cream.
I don't want ice
That's
cream.
literally it. That's the only difference
Do
from
you
the first
feel
time
like,
we met.
Pregnancy?
Yeah, honestly, you've been happier, I would say.
Oh,
Like,
that's
yeah.
nice.
Maybe because you're ready for the new life.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's amazing. And a new start. It kind of resembles like a new start, kind of, you know?
Yeah.
So that's great. Do you feel as an artist, do you feel like being pregnant makes you different? Like vocally, obviously tiredness is,
Yeah.
you know, that's something different, but
I feel like I don't know if it's affected like my music making so much. I definitely feel like I feel more womanly.
okay.
Like when you get pregnant, you're like, oh my gosh, I am a woman.
Woman,
Like,
yeah.
like, wow, my
I'm
body's crazy.
creating life.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're special.
Yeah. It's true. It's crazy.
Treat us that way.
What she said.
She's talking to you, boss.
No, but yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I think it's good. It's big for people to know that like, you could still do everything you want to do pregnant, carrying a baby. I think that makes you a superwoman. You know what I mean? Like to get up, to make music. I mean, even just to get up, first of all, because I mean, you guys don't understand, but you're carrying a whole human, you know what I mean? And, and you may not feel well one day and you may feel good one day and your body's changing and, you're going through everything.
Hormones are real though.
Yeah.
They are a real thing.
Yeah. So for you to get up and share your voice and share your art. And I mean, that's like, it's superwoman, you know what I mean? So that's so dope. So good stuff. Sorry. And I get really like,
You're so nice.
I'm such like, I told you I'm a filler person. So I'm like, all in my emotion. Okay.
I like
You guys need to give each other a hug now, I think. Yeah.
girl power.
Yes, absolutely.
You
Well,
smell nice
good.
too.
Thank you. Tay, look, listen to us. Look. Okay. No. Well, good. And so now do we have an album out or it's just a couple singles or what?
Yeah, it's a few singles right now, but at first we were just our release plan was just to try to do a song a month for as long as we could.
Yeah.
And then recently we were talking about doing like an EP first and then an album or just a straight album.
I think we're an album.
Yeah, we're considering.
Okay.
Changing
You don't
it
got to
up.
give us all the
We're
juice.
considering saving
Coming
some
soon.
of them. Yeah.
Okay. And is it going to be what's the feel for the album? Is it going to be like is there going to be some like EDM, some R&B, some, is it going to be a mix? Is it going to be what's the feel?
I think that it's kind of a lot of different genres. The EDM stuff that I've been working on, I'm not releasing on this project. I'm releasing like as a feature. Like I'm doing a couple features with quite a few different producers,
Okay.
which is what I've actually done that in the past as well.
Name drop.
Yeah.
Specifically with Liquid Stranger. He's a pretty big artist in the scene, and
In Arizona?
he
Franny J.
used to live here. He doesn't live here now. But,
Okay.
he's in the electronic music scene in
Okay.
general.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but that kind of got me a lot of like other opportunities with people because then they heard my voice or
Yeah.
see what I can do. So
I swear it's all about who you know and then how many friends they have. Because then it's like, I mean, that's you get in a room and then they get to hear your voice and it's like money from there. Like
so word of mouth is like the most powerful
biggest thing. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so it's gonna be a mixed genre then of different music.
Definitely.
There will
Yeah.
definitely be common threads though.
Okay.
But I would say
Yeah.
like it has that kind of chill pop like
Yeah.
overtone and then like
Some are
with
more.
different like I wouldn't say like we're like full R&B
Yeah.
necessarily. It's kind of just like our own take on it
Yeah.
with all of them.
Yeah.
Some have got
you
a
know?
little 80s
Yeah,
vibes
we
to
got-
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some like
Okay.
synthwave type
Yeah.
of songs.
Okay. And so we always like to kind of get into a segment of a show where we play a game. And normally I ask the artist that I'm interviewing to send me their favorite artist. But I thought we'd do it a little different today because I have a couple here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Drew what songs he thinks you would mostly turn on in the different types of moods you would be in. Okay.
Ooh.
And
Oh,
you're going to
crap.
tell me if it's correct or not.
Okay.
And then I am going to ask you the same thing about Drew. So it's just going to be 3 questions. It's
Okay.
just going to be 3 different moods. And then you would say what song you think she would turn on to get her through whatever mood that is. Okay.
All right.
So if Christian was mad, what song do you think she would play?
This is difficult. What's your angry jam?
You
I don't
can't
get angry.
ask her. You gotta
Yeah,
figure
no,
it
I know.
out.
I'm asking like myself.
Okay. Angry, frustrated, like get her through, like.
Dang, that's difficult.
What artist would he throw on? Like, who would you hear playing?
Oh, like in the background of your angry like
Yeah.
rampage. I don't know. I guess like the most aggressive thing ever here to listen to is like kind of like the more harsh like EDM stuff. I'm not like, it's not like my jam, so I don't like know all of but
Is he right about the harsh E EDM?
Actually, I would say it'd probably be
or
like,
hip hop or
yeah, there you go.
Dang.
It's like
Dang, I almost had it.
I
It's
like
gonna-
that.
it'd probably be like honestly like rap, like that, like sad boy, like
Lil Peep.
Bones, like
Okay.
I really like Bones and like who's the other one that's like the guys. I can't think of their name right now. I have like the worst memory
That's
with
okay.
names, but
Okay, so are we giving him the point?
no.
Okay.
I didn't get.
All
I'm
right.
sorry, Drew.
So there we go. Well, we got 2 more. So what would you hear her put on if she was sad?
Julian Baker,
That's a good one. Yeah.
Phoebe
Yeah?
Bridgers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
good.
And then what would you hear her put on if she was happy?
Happy.
The Happy
Ooh.
song by Pharrell.
I was about to say I was just thinking that. You know, I like to sing.
Just I guess like whatever your main jam is. So
What's her main jam right now?
I don't know. I guess we've been listening to a lot of Bruise recently. That's kind of happy. Sophie Myers, but that's kind of sad. So
But
maybe
it's-
not.
But I still
But
listen
it
to it.
It makes it. Yeah, it makes it.
I'm saying we're-
Sad is kind of the main jam. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So are
um,
we giving him that?
You can have that one too. Yeah.
All right.
I got
Okay.
two.
Cool.
So
2 out of 3. It's not bad.
Okay, he knows his girl a little bit. Okay, so now you, Christian.
I have the worst memory, so I'm gonna be terrible at this, but I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Just before,
I'm amused
before
already.
Christian starts looking at Drew from the outside, and he is very interesting to say the least. And
What about my music?
just in general, yeah, like you go through all these moods, and all of a sudden you like this genre that you've never talked about, and it's like, whoa,
Oh
wait,
yeah,
when did this happen?
I just get like heavy into one band, like of a genre that I never listened to, like what she was saying earlier about like getting super focused on something. I just listen to her whole discography
Oh yeah.
and like get super into that.
You hear one song, you're like, oh, I gotta hear everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. So if Drew was mad, what would he put on?
Well, I don't know the names of the
Death
bands,
Grips.
but like definitely like metal. Like
Okay.
that's what I would assume because he likes that kind of music. I like some of it sometimes, but it's not like my jam. Like EDM's not his jam. That's not my jam
Yeah.
really.
Is she right about the metal?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're mad, that's what you would
Is
put
Death Grips the right answer too, Fran?
No, I don't listen to them. I want to stoop. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Death Grips is on a different level from
on.
me.
Okay. Okay.
Different
But-
plane of existence, I should say.
So we're giving her that point.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now if Drew was sad
Ooh.
or in his feelings.
Oh, I don't know the names of any of these. I'm so bad at this. I guess shoegaze isn't really sad, but there's like these like indie artists that he listens to that are like guys that sing that are sad, but I don't even know the genre, so I don't think I get a point for this one.
I would have just said the same thing, Julian Baker.
Julie Baker? Oh, okay.
But-
Really? Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
Are we
it's like the
giving-
most depressing music I've ever heard. But it's like
But
it's
it's
cathartic to
beautiful.
listen to it though.
Yeah.
It's
Like
beautiful though too.
I know, yeah. I kind of have mixed feelings about it sometimes, but when you're actually like feeling some of those feelings, it can help you like
get through.
feel them. Yeah, because
yeah.
like I was saying earlier, like I'm not like that in tune with like spiritual stuff or like my emotions or whatever, but
Mhm.
it can like help me
I
like
could tell a little
feel.
bit.
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, you're very much like white or like black or white.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
what I get. That's
You
what
are
I
reading
get.
that
It's
right.
cool. it's cool.
Yeah, you're intuitive. You can tell. I don't have to tell you anything. Yeah.
Okay, and so if Drew was happy, what would he play?
Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I think you won this game. When you're
Someone has to
happy.
give someone a foot rub.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, she's
happy
pregnant.
music.
Right. Oh, you're sweet.
So I get all the foot rubs.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something like specific that you really like to listen to. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible.
That he just like smiles when it's playing.
You know,
like,
pregnant brain is a real thing too. I just want to say. So I feel like this is an unfair advantage.
Okay, Drew, we'll help her out a little bit.
Um,
If you were happy, what would you put on? Because I want her to be like, oh yeah.
I feel like for me in general, like the most like upbeat, like high energy, like positive feeling music for me is like pop punk type of music.
Okay.
That gets me in a good mood.
I wouldn't have guessed that. I like that music though too.
But yeah, I think just anything I'm really into makes me happy.
Okay.
So,
All
but
right. Well, good. Well, I definitely want to thank you all for being here and getting interviewed and allowing us to kind of allowing me to pick your brain a little bit and sharing your guys' gift. I think it's beautiful. I think you guys should continue. I love the different genre that it is. Like I said, it's different once. And I'm such an honest person. Like once he was like EDM, I'm there's some EDM. I'm like, okay, like let me listen. But then he sent me your stuff. I'm like, oh wow, like she can really like it was beautiful. It was a beautiful song. And my music variety is kind of it's broadened, but I know what I like and what I don't like. You know what I mean? And so to hear like just that soul, like I can hear that. Like so that was what hooked me because that's my genre, y'all. But anyways,
because you're a feeler. Like me.
Yeah. But go ahead and shout your guys' Instagrams out. Where we can find your music. Anything else you want to say to the camera? And yeah.
Well, thank you for having us too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
My Instagram and all of my the music that we make together is under my name. So it's Christian, like the religion, and then Acamo, Acamo, on YouTube, SoundCloud, Instagram,
Apple Music.
Apple
Spotify.
Music, Spotify.
All streaming platforms.
Yeah, all the
Streaming.
streaming
Okay.
platforms, whatever flavor you use. So
LimeWire.
Yeah. Go ahead and shout your Instagram out, and if people can hit you up to produce their music.
Yeah.
Or...
So I don't even know my official handle.
Uh-oh.
I think it's at Franny J official.
Okay.
I don't think there's any underscores or anything, but I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm always open to working with anyone. So
Yeah.
let's work.
You feel like you could do you'll do any type of genre music? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. And that's something with this project that has helped me kind of realize that I can do a lot of things that I didn't expect to know how to do. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, dope. Well, thank you guys again. And that's it.
Thank
We
you.
out.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Come on.